Peace in everyone! Welcome to the Dragon Slumber show. My name is Kevin Jiguer and today we are playing Astral Traveler. Astral Traveler is a game that I made along with my partner Borganel. We've been at it for a while now and finally it is coming out. As I'm recording this, we are 3 days away from releasing on Steam. So as always, the links will be in the description below. So yeah, let's dive into this. Let's see what Astral Traveler, the game that we've made, has to offer. And as I mentioned, this is a Steam game. It'll be on PC, Mac, and Linux, and it'll be $5. It was of course donated to me for free by myself. And let's go. As you can see, I already have some scores on the leaderboards. Cannot avoid that because I have been testing the game furiously. So let's go. Sector 1 of Astral Traveler. So Astral Traveler is a runner racing game. It is a racing game where you go against the track. Level 1 already done. I'm killing it. I'm killing it, guys. Your goal is simply to avoid the obstacles, and you have the shooting ability, as you can see like this. You have your health in the top right, and you have these blue orbs. So the blue orbs are kind of the key to surviving in this game. I'm going to complete level 2. It gets longer as we go along, and I promise you it gets a lot harder as well. I'm kind of playing around here, but later on you can't really play as much. These blue orbs gives you bursts of speeds. You have the ship has a phasing ability that turns you blue, and when you are phased near a blue orb, that gives you a burst of speed that moves you forward a lot faster, and it makes a huge difference in the leaderboards, as you can see on the side here. So this here we can't really see. We only see the top 10 because that's how good I am. But you can see we've seen differences of minutes in some levels, which correlate to the use of the blue orbs, basically. So this is the first nebula of the game, the Talisay Nebula, and here are the first enemies that we encounter. Kind of easy to take care of, just shoot at them a little bit while avoiding all of the vines that are around. Of course, as you can imagine, it gets a lot more difficult as time goes on. There's a ranking system as well, which is driven by time. So the faster you go, the better the score you get, and it goes from D to A. Oh. And if you don't hit, if you get an A and you also didn't hit an obstacle, you're gonna get an S, my friend. Whoa! That's how fast you can die. You go fast, you try to get the highest scores possible, and but it is deadly. The faster you go, the more damage you take as you hit obstacles. So, and as you can see, it gets really fast. Well, there you go. It gets really fast. So it is a challenge still to this day for me. But thankfully there are health pickups. Every time you kill these enemies, they drop health. You can destroy these blue orbs for health as well. So there's a balance to be struck between going fast and trying to get that trying to survive, basically. And as you can see, Nailed it. I defeated Brainoid. Brainoid is my partner, Bora. We work together on this project. A lot of what you're seeing, all of the visual style of the game is thanks to him. Most of the visual style, really. There we go. So we have different types of areas. You saw a lot of the inner tubes that we have, but we also have outer tubes like this. And there's more to discover a little later in the game. There we go. See, Brainoid is pretty good at the game. He has high scores on a lot of maps. And we have the flying sections, as you can see. So a little bit of a different take here on my usual gaming streams, especially since, you know, again, I am half of the team who made this game. It was a really fun game to make, and I believe, yep, I have finished the first Nebula. Off to the second one, the Talisay Nebula. And those who have played, oh, Computer Figure beat me on this one. Well then, let's change that. Yeah, please don't call me on Skype. That would not be good. Please do not. One of the mechanics, as I said, you can kind of move through the orbs. But the closer you are before tapping that phase button, the more speed you're gonna gain. I'm gonna try this again, actually. So you actually need to be really precise, really specific, in order to get the record. And you want that record, I'm sure. Oh, and there's my ghost that ran into a wall. The ghost is, yeah, it's you do have a ghost of your own gameplay to go against. And if you look at the side here, you also get scores from your friends. You might notice that Brainoid is not there. And that is because, it's not because we're not friends, it's because we were testing the game. So, I had to remove him from my friends list to test some aspects of the game. Which is one of the things that often happens with with game design as well. I was asked before, why don't I have all of the achievements from my previous game, Arlight Core, and the reason is I did get those achievements. I just had to clear my achievement list when I was doing some testing. So. Not that I don't expect people to quickly defeat me on the leaderboards. I was very angry and now you've unfriended. You're right. I called him a poo-poo. Oh, for those wondering, Liam Japeth on the side here is my partner Bora. Yeah. We are still, so this is being recorded on Sunday before the game is released. We are still making last minute adjustments, so the game might be slightly different. And if it does change, it'll be for the better, I promise. That was a really good race. Look at that, 31. And yeah, these are mostly all bite-sized levels, so it makes them easy to access. You know, it makes it easy to focus on a single level if you want to get the best scores on the leaderboards and whatnot. A few days ago, Bor and I were testing one of the later levels, and we played for about 3 hours on this one level. We played for about 3 hours on this one level. And the level took about a minute. Once we got it down pat, it took about a minute and a half to complete. So we were pretty intense on that. And for those wondering, yes, he did defeat me. I finished with 115. I believe he finished with 1.6 or something. Hey, welcome, Promise. I do promise sometimes. I promise a lot of things. No. So the blue orbs, as I said, give you a burst of speed, but sometimes your health is just too low. Your health that is seen at the top right over there is just too low, and when that happens, you need to shoot the blue orbs and kind of get healing from it. So it's a choice. You want to complete the level, move on to the next. If you want to be perfect and you make a mistake, well, one thing you can do, we have an instant restart button like this. So if you make a mistake, oh no, I ran into a thing, I'm getting shot, I'm not gonna get a good score. Instant restart. Let's do this. You don't lose that much progress, and you can really aim for those high scores. I'll marry with the father of all dragons. I feel like I'm making this look very easy, but it's been quite the challenge for the people trying it out. There's a lot of subtleties, there's a lot of precision in the game. It's a good challenge for people who are looking for a challenge. That is a big gap. 30 seconds, 41 seconds. That really shows how when you're very precise, how good you can make your scores. How good you can make your scores. Also, how good you can make your sentences. Oh no! Yeah, this is the tutorial for the game. You're right. This is the long play for Astral Traveler. So basically, you need to follow the road, and you need to not do this. You need to avoid the holes. I want to get a good score on this one. Oh, well, I have the best score already, so maybe. So with these outer tubes, you can kind of rotate around them, and oftentimes you'll have more blue orbs to discover if you move in the right directions. I am really struggling on this one. The challenge begins right now. Damn it! This is the temple too, which is the second half is a little difficult as well. There we go. These four old things. Okay. Oh crap! I was so close. Mark the path to a transition to a flying sections. There we go. See, Brainoid is always one step ahead of me. How dare you? Eddie will marry you once you turn 18. Ugh. Computer figure over there has been helping out. Everyone has been really helping out on the game. He's been helping me out on Twitter and, you know, outreach to people, getting this game in the hands of people. It takes 3 bullets to destroy an enemy, so you can really you can plan accordingly. And they all destroy when there's a transition like this. They all get destroyed. Everyone buy Astral Traveler, just do it. Well, I'm convinced. I'm sold. So, yes, I agree with you, Eddie. It is the kind of game that kind of draws you in, I think. You get very focused on what's happening. I have been playing the game for months and months, so I feel very comfortable with it. But as you learn the game early on, it is quite the struggle. And notice the location changes. We're now in space, in weird alien space. Ah, couldn't beat my score. Next sector. Now in the Nebula. So the first 2 nebulas go kind of fast, right? It's been although, you know, it is going to be a challenge. I know from experience that there is a learning curve to this game. I make it look so easy, man. But there is a learning curve. But again, as we move forward, you will find it to be quite the challenge. No! Sometimes if you want to rotate faster, you can just release the acceleration. Releasing the acceleration gives you that extra bit of speed, which is subtle, but actually makes a big difference. There we go. Terrible score, 56. Ugh. Disgusting. We've been doing a lot of testing on this game. Getting it nice and ready for the release on Wednesday. We are updating it every day right now, and even as the game gets released, like, if you guys have questions or you have problems, definitely let us know in the forums for Steam or on Twitter or email. I'm very, very much available. I am not succeeding at this. See, I can just restart. You know what? I want a better score. I'm going to restart. I'm going to try this again. Thank you, Jay. Jay has been putting on some scores as well. Slowly making his way through the game. Ugh. Okay, so right now I did release the acceleration to help me out. Oh, I was so close. Oh, but I wouldn't even have... That's weird. I wouldn't even have defeated my score. Okay, I can do this. I'm a master Astral Traveler. No! Oh, and I did! Awesome! Beat my score! Bam! There we go. I have not played with simple graphics, so I cannot say. I also did not notice if your name was up there. Gotta avoid all of the fireballs. I think this game would be a great challenge to you know, if you want to do a blindfolded competition. It's so fast. Okay. It's easy. Easy game. It gets, like, that's the thing. It gets super fast, and you gotta really focus in to make sure you don't fall into a hole. Hitting any wall at that point becomes quite deadly. And this level is the first time we encounter these guys, the Beetles, and no relation with the group. Oh, and these guys are fire away these blue blasts, which you cannot shoot. You can't shoot these guys. They have shielding. So all we can do is phase at the right moment, reflect those blue bullets, show off what a true Astral Traveler can do. No! There we go. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, but I still got like a 52. My previous record was 44, so you know, quite the challenge. What is happening? I believe my computer is on the fritz. There we go. I am recording at 30, but as you might imagine, the game does run at 60. We've made a lot of work on optimizing it, and there's a lot of visual, a lot of options as well. People can mix and match to figure out what works best for their rig. Alright, I'm gonna cut here, but I mean, I'm enjoying myself, so I am going to do a little more Astral Traveler, and you can find me at part 2, so stay tuned, more Astral Traveler coming your way. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. You know the drill, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to check out some games I've made, like Arrowlight Core. Alright, until next time, peace out!